Hello, friends. This is Scott, and we're down at the homestead, and we're taking a look at a bad habit that I've got created with these cows. Every time I come in the backyard or on my deck, they come over and they start mooing. That's because I've been feeding them the corn stalks. So they love these, and yeah, every time I go outside, they're wanting more. And I've got a few left, so I'm kind of rationing them, but yeah, they're going to be out of them soon. But they sure love this treat, and they let me know it. Yeah, I'm no longer the boogeyman because they like me now that I'm bearing gifts. So I can actually pet them a little bit. So that's new. Or just in time for them to go to the freezer, probably. So anyway, this is the final phase 3 of the coop build for this year. Again, I'll put more trim on and paint a little bit more next year, but this is as far as I'm going to get. I'm kind of over this project, but this is where we left off. And I had to go to the store, and I bought 3 pieces of siding, 4x8 sheets. And I thought that was going to be enough. And I started, measuring and cutting and placing. And I realized that 3 sheets isn't enough and for this 6x6 coop. So I ended up having to do a little bit of piecemeal. And, this siding does have the grooves, and trying to line up those grooves with spare pieces of siding was a little difficult. So it took a lot longer than I had hoped. But yeah, they're not. Again, the top and the bottom there isn't lined up, but whatever. I did have one little piece I had to patch in on the side, and I just had some old siding for that. And I was able to line up the grooves, but not for the top little piece. So yeah, it is what it is. It is a chicken coop. And again, if I ever put in a wood shop here, I will have it professionally built because I am not a builder by trade. So anyway, I had to paint some before I installed, and I had one piece that I didn't have siding for. So I just painted a piece of just regular plywood on the smooth side and just went ahead and, just put that up there, and looks okay. Again, if you look at it closely, you'll see that there's no grooves, but I don't think anybody's going to look that close. I did have to put another piece of drip edge, which I had extra from the old coop from Salt Lake because the siding was extending a little bit too far out from the roof, so I just put another drip edge. So, yeah, we're not going to have any problems with water, I don't think, unless this is an issue. As I get up on the roof, and the anchors or the screws with washers that I bought to install on the metal roofing, they weren't grabbing very well. And I had some other ones that I grabbed by mistake that were a screw with a washer on them, and those seemed to work better. So I was kind of back and forth, thinking, and I just went back to the ones that aren't designed for this project, but they seem to work better than the ones with the washers. They weren't grabbing very well into the plywood. So, yeah, hope we don't have any leaks. So we haven't had any rain, so we'll see. If there is any leaks, I can always fix that issue, but we'll see. And I get electrical in because down here it gets very, very cold, and the coop is very dark. So we have this Christmas light outlet right outside my master bath. And I knew there were some wasps living in there, and luckily they weren't actively living. But they made kind of a mess of this box, so I wasn't even sure if this was even functional. But yeah, we'll give it a try and see. This is the closest outlet I have to the coop, and I'm just going to use extension cords for now and plug in here. And I just zip tied the extension cord to the rain gutter. And in the spring I'll probably put in some kind of a conduit just so I can run the cord through something to protect the cord underground. I'm not going to, formally put electricity to this coop, wire it in, but I'll make it so that there's not a cord just sitting there. It doesn't look that great on the side, but it'll do the trick for this winter. Now I got a new heated water base, because my old one rotted out. And let's take a look inside at the finished inside of the coop for at least as far as I'm going to get right now. So we have the 3 nest boxes, still haven't had an egg laid in them yet. I put the feeder underneath the nest boxes. And there's the hole I made, and there's the heated water base. And I'm not going to worry about patching that hole in the winter because I need a little more ventilation in this coop anyway. But as you notice, as we look around, you don't see any light through this coop now. It's once I placed the formal siding on the outside, it tightened everything up, and so it's pretty airtight. All I have is the door there that lets a little bit of air in. The door itself, the front door, is not tight, so there's some venting, and there's a venting I made formally in the door, but I'll put more vents in the spring. But the neat thing about this is right above my master tub is where those Christmas lights are, and there's the switch. So I can turn the lights on and off from just inside the house. Don't have to go outside. So that makes it nice. I can just turn them off in the morning. I'm going to leave the lights on all night, just I need the heated water base, obviously going, and I want to keep light in there because it gets dark and too gloomy in the winter. So there'll be a light on 24/7 probably is the in the coop. But I gotta, I'll make the cords a little bit nicer looking in the spring, but I'm not gonna worry about it now. And I'll throw another coat of paint on. But for now, I am kind of formally done with this project. I'm tired. It took several weekends to do this, and I'm over it. I'm done with building. I'm not a builder. I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite thing. Now here's a look from the deck, and there's the pen in the house, and there's another look at the electricity. So it's not too far from the coop. And it's right over my garden where I just planted the garlic, and I'm going to have to clean this area up soon and get it ready for winter. And here's a look at Coquette. She's the third cat, and with Mr. Lincoln not here this last couple weekends, she's been, really becoming a good friend. So, and there's Theo. I don't see Thing here in this video, but yeah, there's the pen in the coop, and I'll be putting more wood chips and things in the pen. And it's nice that they have a tree for shade, and they have a nice solid house and a fenced-in outdoor area for the winter. And there they are. The gray chicken right there is not feeling very well, so I'll show that in a future video, what I'm trying to do to save that one's life, because I'm not sure if it's going to make it. But there's a look at the coop in the pen, and that's as far as it's going to be this year. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. And if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Thank you.